Look at that little chunk.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Blackwater. I got the wife and kids off to school this morning, and I've decided that I would like some crappie for lunch. I'm going to run up to Academy and get a couple crappie jigs and some of the niblets, the little crappie niblets. And then we're going to go out to Lake Waco and try to get a little mess of crappie that I can eat for lunch. I don't have my boat anymore. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to get on one of the spots that I used to fish from my boat, but it was really close to the shoreline. So I'm going to try to find a way on the map to get back around to that part of the shoreline, walk down there and cast out to the old brush pile or crappie condo instead of being in my boat casting up to the crappie condo. So we'll see how that works. I don't know if it'll work at all. If not, I'll find some boat docks or something like that at another little park and see if I can't pick up a couple crappie or bluegill. But the object is to get enough either crappie or panfish today that I can make myself a decent little lunch. Oh, here's something cool we ran into. Got down here to the park, and I had found on the map where I used to crappie fish at, and so I found a park that I could access that point from, and got down here and they told me that no day fishing is allowed. I have to buy a campground site to be able to fish here. So I'm going to go up to the next park over and see if I can't get in and fish over there. But here's an even better part. There's literally fish schooling right down there where I wanted to stop and fish at. And I got my poles in the truck and I'm not allowed to throw them in there. So anyways, the whole off the streets and in the creeks, it only applies if you're willing to pay for a campground spot. You can't just pay to come out here and actually fish. Ridiculous. All right, we just met a guy down here at this other Waco Marina area down here, and he said it wasn't any problem to fish. He actually had about a 3 to 4 pound catfish already on his stringer, and he was packing up to go home for the day. So finally found a little spot to fish. I'm gonna rig up real quick and see if maybe we can't get a little bit of luck on our side. We haven't had so much luck so far this morning, but who would have thought it'd be so hard to fish without a boat? Well, that old man might have caught him a catfish there this morning at that little spot, but they were not interested. I was fishing for crappie or bluegill, and they were definitely not interested in anything I was throwing. It was a rough little spot to fish. I didn't know anything about it. Went in there blind on it. Getting kicked out of the first spot was kind of tough because that was the one that I knew I could catch crappie at. Anyways, just ran in here to Alpha Omega on Franklin here in Waco. Awesome freaking lunch. Awesome place. By far the best calamari that we have in the Waco area. But I found another little place here in Waco on the TPWD City Parks map, and it's called Buena Vista Park. I'm gonna go over there and give it a try. What can it hurt? It's only like a half-acre lake, so I ought to be able to fish around it just like a pond back at the house. So maybe I'll be able to pull something out of there. Alright, so the sign said catfish and trout, but there is a lot of ducks, so we might have a chance for a few bluegill. Well, Lake Waco was a strikeout. Buena Vista was a strikeout. We're officially all the way back here to our place. We're gonna drive out here to a tank that went pretty much dry last summer and see if we can possibly find a perch or something. We were running low on opportunity. We're gonna go see what we can make happen. Well, the good news is it's not dry anymore, so there's a possibility, to say the least. How about that? Travel around the world, come all the way back home, and get a little guy. Alright, let's go with the lunker log. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut it down just a tad. And then I'm going to wacky rig that. Like that. Let's see if there's possibly any bigger fish out here. It seems like they're hanging real close to the bank. But you would think that one of those bigger ones would be in a little bit cooler water, because this water up here by the bank has got to be extremely warm. Oh, there he is. There he is. Got him that time. There we go. There we go. Look out. Look out. Number 2. Another little guy, but he's still just as much fun. Always a good idea to go ahead and rehook that so the next one doesn't pull it smooth off of there. But as you can see, all we did was we just took that googan bait lunker log, and it's a 5-inch lunker log, and we cut a couple inches off of it. It still has good movement. So we'll kick it right back out there. He bit that right off the end of the grass there. We'll kick it back out there and see if he's got a bigger brother out there somewhere. There's fish number 3. Look at that little chunk. All right, number 3. I honestly didn't know there was any fish left in here, but apparently we still got some bass. Before the GoPro overheated and died, I did catch a couple little bluegill, and early tomorrow morning I'm going to get out here and hit it hard. I know it was hotter than the gates of Hades out here today, so I'm going to go to the house, get a bottle of water, and kick my feet up for a minute. But hopefully tomorrow I'll have a little more excitement for you guys. Well, y'all, that's going to do it for this episode of Blackwater. I apologize it wasn't very entertaining today. My girls are actually almost home. They ought to be pulling up any second now, and they're going to eat some of this fish piquant with me. I tell you guys what, I might not be a very good fisherman, but if any of y'all need a camp cook, y'all give me a shout. Thanks again. We'll see y'all tomorrow.